Hey you guys, something a little bit different today. I'm actually standing on a little stool right now and making sure this shot is okay. Got my little deck of cards right here, making sure that I know where everything goes out of frame. And I know you can see my tripod. The lighting isn't that great, but I just thought I'd hop on today, try to make this work, and see if this is something that you guys might like. I see other people doing this all the time, like plan with me's, and I always think they're so much fun because, of course, I'm a planner. And I have my Writer Mom planner here today, and I thought I'd let you guys kind of look over my shoulder and see how I plan out my weeks and my days so that I can reach all of those goals that I'm setting for myself as I am working on my indie author career, as a writer mom, with kids at home and everything, as a work from home mom. I thought I'd let you guys see a little bit of my process and how I plan. And if you guys can leave any comments below, I'm always looking to improve my process, so I'd love to hear how you guys plan your weeks as well. If you have a channel or something, make sure you link it below. So let me just step off this stool right now. I'd love to hear what you think. Again, let me know if you think this video is great, give it a thumbs up. If you think, again, maybe if the lighting's not great, which I know it's not, let me know. Give me any kind of feedback in the comments below. And I'm going to work on kind of improving these. But for now, let's just kind of hop in and see how this works out, shall we? I know it'll probably be awkward and everything, but for today, we can just kind of make it work. Okay. So, what I do first is I go back to my previous week's goals and I kind of check in and see how I did and how I progressed. So this is for week of October 15th. If you can hear Luna, my cat, in the background, she's like playing with a box or something where all these tripods and everything came in. But hopefully she'll let us work. Okay, so week of October 15th. So this is from my Writer Mom planner, which you can find out more about at my website, writermom.net. And I created this myself just because there's so many cool planners out there, but they didn't all have quite what I wanted. They were missing this, or they had that, which I wasn't a fan of, or I didn't like the layout, or I wish they had this other thing. So I kind of just took everything I liked and made my own planner in InDesign. And it has all kinds of stuff in here. I have my quarterly review stuff in the front. I have it has a monthly section, which I like to use to track my word count, so you can see I'll just write in how many words I did that day, and then I'll total it up for that month. And then on this side I have my monthly goals, and then I'll go back in at the end of the month and see how I did, do a little reflection, kind of make notes on anything that happened, or what worked, what didn't work, or how I'm feeling about my progress. And then I have the weekly goals layout, again, reflection, and then a reminder to review my monthly goals, my quarterly goals. And then I have a page for weekly notes, which I've used, in this instance, I used it to write down some things I needed to shop for, or even if you attend an online webinar and need to take notes, or want to make notes of something you need to do, or how to do something like a marketing task, how to set something up. I kind of just put that there. And then the weekly layout, which I think I'm actually going to get rid of this for the next iteration of this planner. So I've done this planner I think twice now, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. This was kind of cool and it worked for a while, but now I'm using the Things app, which I'll kind of talk to you about later. But I've basically taken all this and I'm doing it online now in the Things app, on my computer, and then I can look at it on my phone, because what I found was that I don't always carry this big planner around with me, or I want to check something on the go, or it's downstairs and I'm upstairs and I want to look at something and I can't. So it's just much better and more convenient for me if I can just kind of put all this daily stuff in the Things app I actually have set up repeated reminders for a bunch of these things, like my miracle morning, drinking water, lots of stuff I've already set up to automatically repeat, so that I don't have to be writing it in here every single week, because it's fun as it was taking up a lot of time, and I don't always have the best handwriting, and it's just much easier if I can kind of have it in the app. But I still really like the weekly and monthly and quarterly pages, so I'm definitely keeping those. But the good thing about getting rid of this layout is that it will save a good amount of paper, I think, so it'll be smaller planner too. So, but again, so when I start doing my weekly planning, I actually start with the last week, like I said, and I go through and I check in and figure out how I did. So this week I will go to bed by 9:45 p.m. and be up by 5:30 a.m. daily. A lot of these first 3 or 4 goals are actually self-care goals, and they're pretty important to me, which is why I put them first. But I don't aim for perfection here. I just aim like, did I mostly do this? Am I actually working on this? Did I get it most days? That kind of thing. So I will actually check this off if I think I did like 80% or better. So I didn't quite get up at 5:30 a.m. every day. Most days it was like 6 or 6:30. But I have been doing pretty good with this overall, even on the weekends, like on Saturdays. I'm still struggling with Sundays and wanting to sleep in at least one day a week, but Saturdays I've actually been doing pretty good and getting up by like 6:30 or 7. So I think I'm going to check this off because I have been doing pretty good with sleep, getting enough sleep, going to bed on time for the most part. Not perfect, but again, working on this and I think making good progress. Water, again, I don't track this exactly, but I have been doing really good of carrying my mug, which is actually right here. Carrying that around with me everywhere I go, filling it up a few times a day, so I'm going to check that off. Workout 5 times, I did do that. I went to the gym 5 times last week, Monday through Friday, right after I drop off my 6-year-old. The gym is actually right down the street from her school, so I literally just like cruise on down there, go to the gym, and I work out for anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes, just depending if I'm kind of like running late or if there's like lots of traffic or a big car rider line at her school. And I do a little bit of like body weight exercises like push-ups and squats and stuff like that, and then I'll do 20 minutes of the bike. So, and then they have childcare included, so I'm a big fan of that, and it just makes it really easy for me. So I've been doing that for several weeks and doing good there. And then I was also supposed to hold, which means I just pretty much keep doing it. Hold sleep, water, and gym, and then no sugar until dinner. So like I'm basically just holding these habits that I've established, and then I was adding this, which was no sugar until dinner. And I did do the hold, as you can see, but like I kind of struggled with no sugar until dinner. So I'm not going to check this off because I think it could have gone better. I don't think I hit 80%. There was a few days where I just didn't do as well as I could have. But I'm working on that again this week, so until I kind of feel like I've mastered it, and then I'll do another habit. I'm actually working a lot on my self-care these days, so that's currently what I'm working on, is trying to improve my diet, cutting out added sugar. And then my other thing was write 1,500 words Monday through Friday and Sunday. So I didn't do Sunday because this weekend was kind of crazy with chores and stuff. It wasn't really that I was lazy, I just was inundated with chores and laundry and all kinds of stuff. But I want to say I did do 1,500 words the other days. So I'm going to check that off. I remember struggling a lot. Like, I don't remember off the top of my head what word counts I got each day. I want to say I did hit the 1,500 each day for the most part. I might have missed a day, but it was hard, but I did it. I actually powered through for the most part on this. I want to say I did do all of that. I want to say I did like 9,000 words even. And then edit Paula's book. So this is I do some freelance editing, so I was supposed to get her book last week. I didn't get it though, so this actually just kind of got crossed off because I just got it like over the weekend, so I'll be focusing on that this upcoming week. So it was actually kind of nice to have that freed up time and spend some extra time on these words. And then I'll be doing that this week. Share the Writer Mom blog post and the live video. I did do that. That was great. And then did I read 2+ books? So I know I finished I finished an Animorphs book, I listened to an audio book, and then I'm also reading a couple other books. I haven't finished those, but I did read 2 books. Sometimes even if I just read one book, I'll kind of check this off. And then if I didn't finish reading any book, then I won't. Check on AMS ads. I have been doing that every day, just kind of checking in. I'm actually meaning to set up some new ones, try to get some traction going on those, because the current ones aren't doing that great. But yeah, I'll have to do that this week. And then share the Writer Mom newsletter. I did that. Post Monday must reads. I did that. Experiment with Facebook ads. I kind of crossed this off. I decided not to do it. I'm going to focus on AMS ads for now. Spend my energy there. I've been hearing some weird things about Facebook ads, so for now I'm just going to try to get traction with these, even though I hear these are kind of wacky right now too. But we'll kind of see how that goes. And then work on the launch plan for my upcoming release. I did do that. Not as much as I would have liked, but I did work on that and set up some deadlines and stuff, which I should probably be paying attention to. And then down here, review my monthly goals and my quarterly goals. So let me go back to my monthly just to see if I'm staying on track. I need to fill this in at some point. A lot of times I'll just track it in Scrivener, like in a little word count chart, and then at the end of the month I'll come in, fill this in, which is a lot of fun to go back and add up how many words you did. Okay, so my October goals, again, a lot of these are the same self-care goals I do each week. Go to bed by 9:45, be up by 6, water daily, work out 5 times a week, take 1 self-care day. I always write this down, I don't always do it, but a lot of the times I'll take the weekends off, but I really should do better about that. Read 5+ books, start the Wilderway challenge. That's kind of the no sugar until dinner thing. Like, that's the part of that I'm on. Finish the Good Girl Bad Boy draft. Oh, I did do that. Finish outlining Truth or Dare. I'm just about done with that. Start drafting it. Not yet, because I actually decided to do a Christmas novella. So I'm on track to finish doing that tomorrow, and then I'll start this. And then prep the launch plan. I'm still working on that. Enroll books onto KU. I already did that. Post a Writer Mom blog post and share it. 2,500 words 6 times a week. So it's not. I've decided to do 2,000 words, but you know, we'll come back and see how we did. Outline and edit 6 times per week. I've been kind of doing that on and off, but it's always good to just come back and look at this and make sure I'm kind of staying on track with my big picture goals. And then my quarterly goals are like over here in the beginning. Let's see here. Mid-year, we're past that. Okay, so 3rd quarter goals. Oh, we just passed those too because it's ended in September. So, okay, let's see here. Okay, I think we're on this side. So, 4th quarter goals. What the big goal is to finish the year strong, and I'm going to do this by launching 2 more books like a boss. So, one is my upcoming release in November when I get back from the 20 Books conference. And the other one is going to be that Christmas novella, which will probably get launched in November as well, if not December. And then, some steps, staying on schedule, being consistent with my writing and editing and outlining, focusing on words first, and my newsletter launch plan. And then some smaller goals. I want to get ahead of my publishing schedule, focus on my self-care and keep that up, and keep up with these Writer Mom weekly videos and Instagram stories. So those are some smaller goals. Okay, so I've reviewed that. Let me go back over here. Okay. So I've done that. And then how did I do this week? Tough week motivation wise. Like, I was facing a lot of resistance with writing, but I powered through. Good progress overall, I think. Yeah. Progressing. It wasn't like, I think I did write just under 10,000 words, so that was great. That's always a good week if I can get around 10,000 words, but I didn't do as much as the other stuff as I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to next week and start planning out my next week, which is week of October 22nd. Okay, so sorry, my daughter's at the door, but that's okay. She just wants to take a peek. Okay, so for week of October 22nd, so basically just kind of switch between these two pages. Again, a lot of these goals are going to be the same. So I basically just copy these over and make tweaks as necessary if I need to. I don't usually need to though. So let me start there. So my handwriting isn't always the best because I don't really handwrite anymore except for these weekly planning sessions, but hopefully you can read it. By 9:45 p.m. and I really want to actually be in bed by 9:45 p.m. because usually it's more like 10 or 10:15, which is still way better than what I used to do, like go to sleep at like 11, 12, or even 1 a.m. So I am doing better overall, but I really want to be more strict with this and make sure I'm getting enough rest so that I can be up at 5:30 a.m. Again, I may not hit that perfectly, but if I can just progress on that and at least be up by 6, I'll be happy. Okay, then drink 70 ounces of water. Need to go practice piano. Hashtag mom life, you guys. Got my kid right here next to me. Okay, so again, workout 5 times. I already did that today, so that's cool. And then I'm gonna say no sugar until dinner. Can you not lean on it, please? Would you bring that chair over here? So no sugar until dinner. I've actually done this successfully today. Well, technically got a couple more hours, but we'll see how that goes. Really trying to work on my health and losing a little bit of weight. Okay, and then my next goal is, after my self-care goals, I put my writing goals. So this week I'm going to focus on doing 2,000 words a day. Words, Monday through Friday. I've been doing Sundays too, but I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about not taking the weekends off. Like, it's nice to get that extra word, the word count in, and kind of, like, I've gotten as high as 13,000 words per week lately, which is really nice, but I feel like I'm so behind on, like, all the housework and the laundry. Like, I feel like I never catch up with laundry. So I don't know. I think this week I may take that off, and I also have some marketing stuff to catch up on, like the launch plan and the AMS ads. So I think I'm gonna just aim for 2,000 words Monday through Friday for 10,000 total. If I can get 10,000 total, I'll be really happy with that, because that means I also have time to work on some marketing stuff and house stuff. So, and then I do need to go through her book. So edit client book. I'm not sure how much exactly. I think I need to give her an evaluation and see exactly what she needs. So this may end up taking quite a bit of time or not that much at all. We'll kind of see and kind of play it from there. And then share the Writer Mom blog post and live video. I kind of alternate this. So this week I'll focus on writing it and making the image. And then next week I do the video and publish it. And then read 2 books. I'm a few books behind on my yearly reading challenge. I'm up to 44 books. So I'm hoping I can catch up by the end of the year. I need to check and create some AMS ads. And then I need to share the Writer Mom newsletter. FYI, if you're not signed up for this, you're missing out because this is where I share some of my best stuff. So if you're interested in learning more, if you're a writer mom yourself, trying to be an indie author, or looking to level up your productivity or your marketing game, go sign up at writermom.net. It goes out every Saturday. It has some of my best tips. And then post Monday must reads, so that just went out this morning. And then experiment with Facebook ads. I'm not going to do that this week. I think I'm going to just replace that with the launch plan. Work on launch plan. I need to make sure I'm staying on top of that because I don't want to get behind and then things get crazy. Okay, so there are my weekly goals. So again, go to bed by 9:45 p.m. Get up by 5:30. I'd like to get up at the same time as my husband and kind of spend a little bit of time with him before he leaves for work. Drink 70 ounces of water every day. Work out 5 times. No sugar until dinner. Write 2,000 words each day, Monday through Friday, for a total of 10,000 words for the week. Edit that client book. Write the blog post and create the image for Writer Mom. And then read 2+ books. Check and create AMS ads. Share the Writer Mom newsletter. Post Monday must reads. Work on the launch plan. So definitely got some important things to do this week, but I don't think it's too much. I don't always finish every single thing on this list. If I do, it's like an excellent week and I'm awesome. Most of the time I like miss 1 or 2 things, but if I can get most of this, I'll be really happy. So yeah, that's my weekly planning. What I do now is I go and like I open up my things up on my computer and I turn these into daily tasks. And then each day before I start my day, before I sit down to work, I look at that and I figure out what I need to do. So a lot of this, like this is just, these are just habits. I already do this. So these aren't even on my to-do list. So I always have my water with me. I have alarms on my phone for this. My workout, it's just kind of automatic at this point. Even if I don't always feel like doing it, I just automatically go after dropping off my oldest. No sugar until dinner. That's just, I know I gotta do that. And then this is the first thing I do when I sit down to work. So I'll make a daily task for this and things. So I'll put write 2,000 words for the Christmas novella or whatever I'm working on that week, and I repeat that. So if I'm working on that 2 times this week, I'll write it for today and tomorrow. And then if I'm going to start a different project, which I am, then it's write 2,000 words for blah blah blah, whatever it is. But I make a daily writing task for these words and specifically what writing project it is. And then edit the client book. I think that's already in the Things app, because whenever somebody books me, I kind of just go ahead and put it in and make a deadline for that. So it'll pop up this week, and then I'll just change the due date so that if I find out that I need a couple of weeks to do it, then I'll just make that due date. So that's already in there. And then this is already in there as a recurring task, and I actually already did the blog post because I've had a pretty good day today. So that's already done. I just need to make the image. Read 2+ books. I don't know that this is in there in my Things app, but I mean, this is built into my Miracle Morning, and then I read before bed. I read in little bursts throughout the day, so that's just something that's always on my mind. Check and create AMS ads. That's in the Things app. Like the checking thing, that's in there as a recurring task, and then I know I need to create some, so I'll probably just go ahead and make a different task for that just so I don't keep pushing it off. Share the Writer Mom newsletter, that's a recurring task, so is this, and then the launch plan is already in there because I've already been working on that and it's just still on my list. So really the only things I need to put into my Things app are the writing, the daily writing goal, and the create some AMS ads. Everything else is already in there, which is what I like about the Things app and doing that digitally now, is I don't have to be writing this out anymore. I'm just gonna write this out, and I actually like doing that because it just like puts it top of mind for me that I need to be working on this. So yeah, that's my weekly planning and how I do that. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to see them in the comments. I'd love to hear how you plan your week. If you have like a system that you like or any tips for me, I'd love to hear those. And let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any feedback for me, if anything was hard for you to read, or I know the lighting's not perfect, but you know, hopefully it'll be better for next time. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna go. So
Wait.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget, and if you have children, tell them if they can watch some of my videos, because I make videos too.
Yep, she makes videos too.
Like how to make a bracelet out of rubber bands.
Yep. So, and she's the one who was the original YouTuber, you guys, not even me. So she's the one who with the video personality.
Yep.
So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next week. Bye.